Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Depending on your mood, I'm either very happy or incredibly sad. I can't really predict the future, so yeah. But today you might notice that we are starting the episode at the reactor because we have so many things to do. Well, basically one thing. We need to increase the production of fissile fuel. I have already removed every single machine that we had in the space station and I have moved them down here. One thing that you should remember is that we have 2 fission reactors and we are going to burn fissile fuel at a rate of 1 bucket per tick. That's quite a bit. In the incomplete structure of the reactor, we do have 3 enriching chambers which are making us the yellow cake. We have 18 chemical oxidizers which are making us uranium oxide, 3 chemical dissolution chambers which are making us hydrofluoric acid, which apparently is an overkill because the pipe is full. And we also have 2 chemical infusers which are generating us uranium hexafluoride at a rate of 512 millibuckets per tick. It's a teeny tiny bit more than what we want. Well, more like 0.2%, so it's fine. And to finish off everything, we also have 4 isotope centrifuges, which are making us the fissile fuel. And since I really want to have a buffer, we're going to have a few chemical tanks. Because yeah, I do have a bit of a problem. The supply of uranium oxide is not keeping up. But that means I need like 10 more oxidizers, and I'm not gonna do that. Because one problem that you might notice is that we're out of fluorite. So yes, there are going to be issues. Although the supply of fluoride can be easily fixed, we do have 2 massive drills which are incredibly fast. At this very moment, both of them are actually working for uranium. We can switch one of them for fluorite. Did I make the wrong lens? Ah, yes, we're getting fluorite. We're good. The small change that we made to the laser drills seems to have solved my fluorite issue. That's good. Also, both of the reactors are now active. You can actually see them. They're on. We have 17 antimatter. We had 16 like 2 minutes ago. Which is great. Remember that we need 90 of them in order to make 2 blocks of all the mod stars. But for today, we're just going to aim for something simple. Around 40. And in the meantime, instead of being AFK here, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to try and finish this wing of the building. But in the meantime, I discovered something fun. So do you remember the transport rings that I stole from Abydos? It was last episode, you should remember. So I put one of them here, one of them up there, and apparently if you have the ring panel, it will automatically detect it. So we can just have an elevator, which is really cool. Anyways, I'll get to work. Alright guys, it's been a while later and I'll be very honest with you, I don't really remember how much antimatter we had, but we have 29 of them right now. I turned the reactors off because we were out of fluoride, but I think we should be able to fix it very soon. I also didn't do anything special, I just covered everything, but I think I'm going to have some sort of a design on the walls, because, you know, it's plain and white and ugly. I realized framed blocks offer you double blocks. You know, you can have 2 blocks in one. So we should be able to make something nice. Hopefully. Although, a bit of a disclaimer. We're not doing garbage with fissile fuel. You see, the quantum entangler is full, reactors are full, these tanks are full, all of these are full, the pipes, the centrifuges, that pipe, even that quantum entangler. So probably, yeah, I can get like 15 more, but I have to come back here again, so we will do that later on. Anyways, I have installed the transport rings and, well, the first function is that you can go upstairs, you know, like that. But I also realized there is another coordinates. So if you press it, this is the jungle pyramid that we found near the lapis vein. And guess what? There is a golden idol. It's downstairs and it's not that big anyways. So yeah, the gist of it is they don't have to be on top of each other. You can just use it as some sort of a teleportation device. Getting back to our own base, you might notice that we do have a slight problem. Do you see this ender tank? That's oxygen, and that's not good. Because I'm actually using that in order to make polyethylene from GregTech so that I would be able to get nether stars. I do have quite a bit, but if we're out of oxygen, then we're going to have problems. So let us do something. Let's go to the all the mods dimension. Hello, I need my quarry. Then we're going to go to the mining dimension. Amazing, I know. It's like a void world. Switching dimensions is never a good idea, but unfortunately I have to go back, because I kind of forgot which dimensional chest I was using. 95. Okay. The mining dimension is going to give us GregTech ores, and most of them are going to provide us with oxygen. You know, after being processed, and we do have a fancy ore processing system, so we're good. And I forgot the number. Also, if I'm not wrong, one of the things that we should be able to get over here is some uranium and fluorite. And I guess while the quarry is working, we might as well gather some oldemodium. There is a lot. We're doing all of this in order to get 18 oldemod stars, so yeah, we need a lot. I got some alumodium, I got some unobtainium, and I gave it to our crusher. And well, I converted everything into blocks because I thought it's going to take less space. The fun part is, it's just gonna void it. Oh no, maybe not. It just takes longer. Okay, I was scared. I saw numbers dropping and I didn't see any results. But I think we should be able to get one more stack of unobtainium alumodium alloy. I think we need like one stack more. While those things are being done, let me try to focus on the Philosopher's Fuel. There are a few things that we're missing, and that's it actually. Some of them require mystical agriculture, and if we can craft everything, we can just remove the altars. And we can stop summoning meteors every minute. One of the main things that we need in order to finish the Philosopher's Fuel is going to be cognizant dust. The Supremium sword that I currently have is kind of garbage, so I have prepared some enchantments. Whose soul shall we take? Fallen Cubit. The problem is that I can't put smite on this, so we have to disenchant it first. We want mystical enlightenment, that I don't care, that I don't care, Vorpal I care, Skulk I don't care, Raiders I don't care. These are the three that we want. Also, I kind of forgot, what was my source of experience? Right now I'm just being a consumer, but yeah. This is a decent sword for the Wither, and we do have plenty of skulls. Anyways, this part is going to be super easy. I'll bring you right back. Oh, that's nice. Okay, it's going to be super easy. I just have to do this a few times. See you soon. We have almost 100 cognizant dust, and well, I have hooked up the pedestals to chests. We're piping in the essence, and I'm not really sure how many of them we're going to need, but let's go with 10 blocks for the moment. Are you on? Yes, thank you. And I just realized air essence is not enough. Let's fill it in. Yeah, I think we need just a teeny tiny bit more. Maximum it's 5 blocks. Yeah, in total you need like 144 awakened supremium essence, and we already have it. I just have to craft the furnaces. I'm using coppers. Makes it a bit easier, I just have to right click. That took care of the furnace, but now we need to focus on the miniature Twilight Forest portal. So if you guys remember, I did already mention that steel leaf is something that we should be able to craft easily. The fiery ingots are also not a problem because we do have a hydra, and wow, 32,000 blood. Anyways, there are 2 mobs that we do have to take care of, and I kind of forgot to take care of them. One of them is Borer, you know, so that we would be able to get the Borer essence and make carbonite blocks. The other one is going to be the crab for night metal. The problem is that our data models are garbage, so getting a prediction could take a while. So for the humanoid flesh, there are 2 ways. One of them is that I have to kill myself, and the second one is that I have to find a werewolf. I haven't found any of them, and I think if you want to get the actual flesh, you have to do it at midnight when, I don't know, the moon is full or something crazy. So I do have a modular router, and we want it to attack nearby enemies. So if I give you my sword, are you gonna attack me? Oh, you need power. Really? My dearest Nikodos, this could be dangerous. You follow me. Stay here. So here is the power, which I can't attach. You probably do need a card. Ah, energy upgrade. Ah, now you're getting a buffer. So can you hit me? Yes, you can. I'm just immune to damage. It's a shame I have to remove everything. So many bubbles. Let's set the spawn and die. Whoa, I even got a hit. I should have not put knockback. Yeah, but you guys get the gist. This could take some time. The rate is not amazing, but we're getting there. It's just that my ghostly shape isn't really helping. You see, for a few seconds I don't take any damage, which is a bit of a problem. Oh, we got one. Again, other than it being totally stupid, well, I think it's faster than making werewolves. Another one. Okay, I'm being lucky. It says a man who has died 42 times. Okay, so it has been the next day, and yes, we have all the flesh. And we are not going to talk about what happened last night. I have also been trying to make some of this Gambrosia, and what? We're out of blood? I think our dearest friend Lord Fizz is not hooked up to an ender tank. He is. Maybe it was a bug. Anyways, the process of sacrificing myself took around 10 minutes, which I think it's actually worthwhile. Because otherwise you have to wait for a full moon, electrocute a villager, and get a werewolf. Oh, and by the way, you might notice that we need something called Vengeance Essence. I really didn't bother to look how to get Vengeance Essence, but I'm assuming it's not very difficult, but the way that I'm getting it is from here. We have a mob crusher, we're killing villagers, and yes, as a byproduct, we also get vengeance spirits. Cause I think from time to time they also get spawned and, well, we kill them. I just realized why the blood is not working. Fizz is not chunk loaded, but he has generated almost 7,000 buckets of blood. That's amazing. I had to stand exactly over here for a few minutes so that both things are chunk loaded, but yeah, we have everything. My beautiful flesh goes in and we get rejuvenated flesh. So this one is off the list. The only thing remaining is the Twilight Forest portal. I have already managed to get every single other block, including Carbonite, but I'm struggling for night metal. Because for Carbonite, you just need 4 borer essence in order to make 1 Carbonite and 36 in order to make a block. But for the stupid night metal, well, you need a ton of armor shards. 81 gives you like 1 block. And yes, so far we have 7. We are up to 13. Okay, I don't really want to bother with it that much. I'm going to AFK here until we get all the blocks. And yeah, I have already activated the reactors because I thought if I'm AFK, we might as well get some antimatter. They are burning at a lower rate because I don't really trust mechanism. Yeah, we got one. Cool. I had to check a few things, but I think now we're good. With the night metal, obviously. Yeah, I just need 1 more block. We have 12 ingots. And 4 in the system. For the portal itself, we are going to need the Snow Queen's trophy and we have 127,000 and 1 egg. I was planning to use her for dry ice, but that plan went down the drain, so yeah. So the only thing I have to do is this. Right clicking is very important. We do have the portals, so this is going to be our Philosopher's fuel. Hopefully 18 of it. Yes, exactly 18. We're good then. As for the improbable probability device, once we get 36 antimatter pellets, this will be also off the list. We have already crafted everything, so this should be easy. However, now that we are done with most of the Aldermod Star ingredients, let us do some lag busting. Well, the problem is that I want to go for the Greg Star and we're at borderlines of getting lag, meaning that I can't really add more machines. Because you see, for the Nexium emitter, we already have everything. The only thing that we need is 60 more antimatter pellets, so we don't really have to craft anything anymore. Therefore, everything which is redundant can just go away, including these guys. I mean, I don't really need more netherite. You can go to hell. And I don't even need essence or, I don't know, pink slime. Infections. They're out. Another thing is that the tower that we have doesn't really need to summon meteors ever again, because we have all the insanium that we needed. That means I can also reduce the number of villagers that we're sacrificing. Piglich heart. Okay, I have to hold the quartz then. I believe if you hold it in your offhand, it's going to reverse the effect. So spawn count 6. Now it's going to be, I don't know, 1. We have plenty of blood. Actually, that's not what I should have changed. We reduced the max entities. Yeah, it's a gas tier. Yeah, we set it to 4. That's good. I have removed a lot of things around our base which were causing lag, but we do have 2 systems which are causing a crazy amount of lag. The problem is that before fixing those things, I need to fix something else, oxygen. I do have a polyethylene setup, which you might notice that the oxygen tank is almost always empty. We are generating oxygen as a byproduct of ore processing in GregTech, and also this system. Jerks. So we do have a vacuum freezer, we have a distillation tower. This was mainly for nitrogen, but we also get oxygen from it. Our main source of oxygen is actually this thing over here. These are electrolyzers and they're electrolyzing water. So I thought we were going to change them with IV. These are EV. I mean, at the bare minimum, that should double our production. It's not amazing, but it's also not that bad. I think we can live with this. We don't have a choice. Since we don't really need that much resources, I'm also going to make the drills a bit smaller. I'm just going to remove 1 row. It doesn't look much, but it's like 72 blocks. Multiply that by 8 and that's already like, I don't know, 500, 600 milliseconds. Yeah, I think I'm also going to remove Naturalist. This stupid elephant causes twice as lag as Popophilix and his entire team, and this guy is worse. And the worst part about Naturalist is that none of the mobs do anything. And I also think they take the mob cap. I haven't seen a single frog. Also, I'm going to remove the Enderman mod because, well, they do get stuck and they don't despawn. I keep finding them under our base, but our second most laggy setup is here. Sulfuric acid. The reason for that is that I'm using pipes in order to extract power as well as items. You know, so that I would be able to feed all the chemical oxidizers. So yeah, you might notice this is almost 2000 milliseconds, 2500 in total. And I would assume XNet is going to do a far better job. First off, by the Enderman mod, I meant these guys. They never despawn. And secondly, yeah, you might notice XNet is doing a far better job. I guess my biggest lesson in this mod pack was that never use pipes. Ever. But I am back at the reactor area because I think the only thing that we need is like 1 more antimatter pellet. Just 1 more. And since I'm a very impatient person, let's dig. Okay, 500 millibuckets left. It's not running at full capacity, that is the problem. I wasn't here, so I set it to only 200 millibuckets, both of them. Any second. Yes, we have the final pellet. I did increase the burn rates. We have 36 pellets, which is amazing. And we already have the improbable probability device on auto crafting. We need 18. So can you craft me that? Thank you. That was instant. So this guy is also off the list, we just need the Nexium emitter. We already have everything that you see over here except the gravitational modulating unit, which does require 60 more antimatter pellets. And when that is done, we will have 2 all the mod star blocks. You know, we will have the story B. Hopefully. Anyways, for removing the 2 mods that I have just mentioned, let me relog and see how it goes. Well, this is amazing, because now we're at 41,000 milliseconds. I used to be around 48,000. On average. So you would just fly around and your TPS would fall. However, I did mention that we have 2 laggy setups in our world. We fixed one of them. The second one is right in front of you. The tree farm. I don't think we need to have this system. We should remove it. Brought us down to 36,000. Okay. But the problem is that even though we have 4.2 million oak logs, see how fast we're consuming it. That's a lot. It's like 1 per tick. And if you guys remember, the main reason that we're consuming wood is because of the pyrolyze oven. So yes, we have removed the tree farm, but we need to replace it with at least something. For generating wood, there are a lot of methods, but I think we're going to go with mystical agriculture because that's going to be the least laggy one. Well, we're not going to plant it, we're just going to use phytogenic insulators. Also, I'm assuming this is not going to be as efficient as the tree farm that we had, but I don't think we have that many choices. Very soon I have to start spamming GregTech machines. We can't afford that much lag. Hello! I have absolutely no idea why I thought 8 phytogenic insulators are going to be enough. We're going to go with 28 of them. It's incredibly difficult to notice, but yeah, over the past few hours I have actually lost 100,000 wood. Well, to be fair, 99,000. It's fine, at least this causes like negligible lag. And I think we're out of tablets. It's not skipping the night. Anyways, I have been also working on the expansion of the graveyard because there has been so many requests, so we're going to have more graves today. But considering the fact that our dearest friend Lord Fizz has been providing us with a ton of blood, I thought maybe it's time for him to retire. So we need to make some sort of a small memorial for him, and that is exactly why that I have taken a copy of this obelisk. I don't really know how to make an obelisk, so we're gonna copy that first. And since I don't have access to any type of sandstone, we're gonna harvest this one. You know, I can make an exact copy. And I have been reading online, obelisks are not meant to be made out of sandstone. They're supposed to be granite, and I hate granite. Maybe we go with this one? It even said it has to be red granite from Aswan in Egypt. I might have also butchered the name, and I have no idea why I'm walking. Well, I mean, the copying part is easy. Once you have all the ingredients, the problem is the color. I hate granite. So maybe we go with dark marble from the Tombstones mod. Hello! As it turns out, I'm really not an obelisk person, and Prince Thomas agrees. Good. So instead of the obelisk, we have the tower. And yes, I copied that one too. And this took way longer, because I had to switch almost every single block before I moved it. And yes, there are oxidized copper, but only at the front. I'm a bit poor on oxidized copper, so only the facade looks nice. The rest of it is garbage. We have to wait for it to oxidize. But this is a decent tower, because we do have a chapel, we can bury Fizz here. Then apparently I do have a study and a room which I have no idea what to do here. I didn't came up with the plan. Anyways, let's bury some people and call it a day. I'm tired. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a few graves. Sir Inos. He wanted to be buried next to the farm, but there's nothing next to the farm. Then we have user UN7NZ. So there you go. And most importantly, we have Lord Fizz. I personally think that he has bled enough, so we should not spill any more blood. So I'm very sorry, Lord Fizz. It's retirement. Could take a while. Okay. I have also refurnished the chapel. And here is the grave. You might also notice that we have 2 new ancient knights. They don't have AI, so they don't really move and they don't cause lag. Well, they do, not that much. Sir Nexus wanted to be Cubby's bodyguard, so you're in the office. That actually looks nice. And I guess Samuel is going to stay in the chapel and guard the grave. Javer wanted the eternal flame. I'm assuming that's going to be purple. And Lady Cinnabon with pink flowers. I'm out of essence of death, but I think I have 2 more graves, yes. I'll take a look at the comments. We also have Mr. Naboo Fox, who wanted to be cremated, which is really hard to set on fire without picking him up. Okay, this will work. He's flammable. Generally speaking, you should not resist the flame that much. And finally, we have Mr. Native Nugget. Enjoy the afterlife, guys. Moving on, we need to do some gregging. So over the past few hundred episodes, one of the things that I have been working on was Stellite 100 plate. Why? Because we would be able to make the large assembling factory, which is a multi-block, and it's an assembler. So instead of having 10 assemblers which are slow and we have to upgrade them at every age, we just need this. And we can change the energy hatches and it's going to be awesome. It's just that it does take time to cut the blocks. So first off, I'm not an expert, but we're going to try and have 4 of them. Thankfully, I did manage to make enough blocks. Each of the large assembling factories does require a minimum of 56 blocks. The casings. And even though we're going to use some of them for hatches and etc., I think we should be good. It's just that I should remember it's hollow in the middle. Then we cover it. If I have not messed up anything, it should look something like this. And I have used 62 blocks. It's not correct, I know. But if I have used 62, that means I can only remove 6 of them. That's not great. Because you see, one of them is always going to be the maintenance hatch, the other one is going to be the input hatch, and well, that leaves us with 4 to play with. Most recipes are also going to require some sort of a fluid, so that's for 1. So I'm left with 3 input buses? That's garbage. Why would you give me garbage? I have been here for maybe an hour trying to understand what the hell should I do, and well, thankfully I did place down the multi-blocks. Cause yeah, even though in the JEI it does tell you that you need 56 casings, but you might notice I don't have that. I have like 7 inputs, 1 output, 2 energy inputs, and a fluid input. And obviously we're still good. I ordered a bit more hatches. The good thing about this thing is that now I can automate it the way that I wanted it. I think. Did I make the hatch? Oops. Wrong one. I have done a few changes. First off, everything is hooked up to power, so every single assembler that you see over here is going to work at LUV, which is great. Secondly, I have moved every single input bus from the middle row to the top row, and the reason for that is actually very simple, because we want to be able to auto-craft with these guys, correct? Once they were here, if I put a crafter next to it, I can't really access them anymore. And I really need to access them because we want to play with circuits. Because you know, everything that you want to craft is going to require a different circuit. And this is why we have so many input buses. Also, I'm a bit confused. Why aren't you connected? Because you're not connected. I know, I'm a genius. Refined storage is the worst. It always faces the incorrect way. And yes, some of you have been suggesting that maybe I should use a shrinking device, but I have forgotten to make that. So every single input bus is going to have a dedicated circuit and it's going to have a dedicated crafter. Another thing is that the reason that we have 4 of these assemblers, although it's not required, it just makes my job a bit easier, is the different fluids. So let us take the circuits from GregTech as an example, and well, in order to craft circuits, one of the things that we need is resistors. If you want to make the garbage resistor, you need glue. And if you want to be more efficient, you will go with SMD resistors. That requires polyethylene. And if you want to be super duper efficient, you need the advanced SMD resistors, which requires polybenzimidazole. So other than polyethylene, which don't you worry, this is not our entire supply, it's not hooked up to the system yet. We also need go to hell or polytetrafluoroethylene. Obviously we need polybenzimidazole and rubber, hence we have 4. It just makes my job easier, otherwise I think you can have multiple input hatches. Another thing to remember, okay, that is polyethylene. Let me go to the space station and try to hook it up. And maybe turn you off? I'm scared. I have hooked up a few things. Let us try and give it a test. This is circuit number 6 and it mainly makes us casings. So let's take the casing patterns. And you. And yes, one of them is invisible. Don't really know why. They don't really have to be in the one which has go to hell, only one of them has to go in, and that is the chemically inert PTFE machine casing. But we put all of them here. Why not? I can use a bigger crafter, but it does get confusing, so for the moment we just go with normal crafters. If it doesn't work, I'll put iron crafters. That's not a big deal. But now that we have the patterns over here, let's see if it's going to make any difference. So can we have like 10 chemically inert PTFE machine casings? Are you even working? Oh yeah. Of course it's not working. Maintenance. Oh, instantly. We got the wrong thing. What did I order? Well, the good part of it is that we got something. Didn't I order you? Ah, you need to... Okay. That was part of the craft. Since I really want to watch it, for the moment we put it manually, and that's incredibly fast. Okay, we're good. We can just put the dimensional chests. It will auto output. I know this was last minute, but this is an amazing achievement. For normal stuff, it's not a huge achievement, but for making circuits, this is gonna be great. Because in order to progress any further in GregTech, we're going to need better circuits, and in order to make those better circuits, I kind of need to dismantle our clean room. So if I can transfer everything here, it's gonna be amazing. Are we done? Wow, that's good. really good. That was really fast. Also, during this entire time that I was here and working around the base, the reactors have been running. And so far we have 36 more antimatter pellets. That's great. Remember, for the Nexium emitter, we need 60. And also a huge badge of nether stars. Let's see how much we're missing. I have exactly 183 times compressed blocks of nether stars. And according to my calculation, we need 90 more. We're missing 320,000. Wow. Okay. Well, it's 1 every 3 ticks, so that could take a while, I guess. Anyways, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.